I don't get him.
Yeah, we're arresting him now. So
I don't get him. I don't get him. I don't.
We can tell that the UK is not okay when their police are doing this. I don't know if I should laugh at these clowns or if I should be crying, because meanwhile, people are getting arrested at random.
And then they started to come round the back of me. And then I had this from the police. We're arresting you for your own safety, they said.
yeah,
That's all they kept saying was, so I spent the entire night in a police cell. And I've got to say, the police in the police station were incredible. They were beautiful.
Imagine getting arrested and being told that it's for your safety. Maybe you should be arresting the ones that are causing the violence?
They are disgusting, nasty bastards, and we need to cull their throats and get rid of them all. They are disgusting.
Will they clap for anything? You know that the UK is not okay when their police put more emphasis on catching catcallers than stopping people who are trying to marry underage children or R-word gangs.
Undercover police officers taking to the streets in Surrey as part of a new operation trying to stop people catcalling and harassing female.
Oh yes, catcalling is definitely one of the major threats to the UK. Stop.
We get honked at, the staring, the hanging out of the window just to look at us, and it just...
Is getting honked at worse than having your home invaded and then having the police officers arrest the person whose house was invaded? The government has tried to ban protesting or people just standing on the street and are arresting people for being there.
Shame on you, man! Shame on you!
And then please leave the area. I am going to ask you one last time. Please leave.
Do you know what? I've seen you before. I've actually seen you on TikTok and I've watched you, the way that you carry on, and I'm going to be called clips recorded on you.
I mean, it is actually really sad. And listen to what this lady has to say about living in the UK.
Get this, the English Christians within Leicester are having to listen to the Islamic call to prayer 5 times a day from 70 different mosques. Have a listen to this.
70? So everybody gets religious freedom except Christians?
This is the residents of Leicester's morning wake-up call.
Ugh. I rather listen to nails on a chalkboard.
But yet, they don't want us to ring our church bells.
Oh!
Please. Will somebody explain this to me?
There's no making sense of it. But maybe this will, right here.
At times my Rob said to me, obviously don't discuss like per se work with him, but he's like, Kelly, you need to calm down, you need to stop worrying about it. You end up thinking, I end up thinking every single day I'm going to get sacked. So everything is bum covering now. We're not policing anymore, we're arse covering constantly. And it just means that we don't do police work. All we do is basically we go to a job, we spend an hour doing paperwork afterwards, and then we go to the next job and we spend another. We don't police. We literally deal with everything else but policing. We're social workers, we're like counsellors, we're fire, we're everything. Then we're living in fear.
I mean, she's really brave for speaking out, talking about how they're not policing anymore, that they are just covering up for these institutions. And I mean, she's basically just saying what everybody's thinking. Because when somebody gets arrested for saying that they love bacon, there's obviously a huge amount of corruption.
Okay, we love bacon. Why? Because I like bacon. They're saying he likes bacon. Oh.
I mean, this right here is what it looks like when your rights are taken away, when your freedoms are taken away. I mean, people in the United States are protesting against Trump cracking down on real criminals. Is this what they want? The protests in the UK seem to be getting bigger and bigger. And on September 13th, they're going to be having the largest free speech festival of all time. And so more and more people, English people, are joining the cause because it's not just the right that is affected. People who want to protest for oil and gas also are getting arrested. So free speech in general for all people is at risk.
Collapse. It means the loss of everything that we know. Our political system is absolutely broken. I've not done anything wrong. I'm a supporter of Just Stop Oil. They've come to my house and arrested me in my home. Please go to Just Stop Oil and sign up for action.
I mean, whether you agree with her cause or not, people should be allowed to stand outside and share their beliefs. And we also allow protesters in the US who are anti-Trump to do these massive protests. They have their free speech because that's allowed even if it's not something that you believe in. And so hopefully even the left in the UK will understand that this is not okay. So there was this story a few days ago, and I'm pretty sure that it was this guy. I don't know if there was multiple incidents. It's kind of hard to understand everything when you're not there, but it's Tommy Robinson posted that we're receiving reports from the lady who chased the illegal immigrant out of her vulnerable sister's home. I believe she was blind, was arrested. Okay. Like, what?
I love that you waited for YouTube to go because you can check CCTV anytime. There was enough of you. There was enough of you.
I mean, Americans can say they don't trust our police, and yet they're defending someone who just invaded their home. And it took a few days for that person to ever be arrested, and they only were because of all of the outrage.
This is how you treat law-abiding citizens that try and protect their bloody mother. My bloody mother. A man walked into my sister's home. Did he get any of that treatment? Did he get put in a van like that and any of that treatment? No, he did not. I don't care. I don't care. She was.
He's going to be rewarded with a delicious breakfast in a 5-star hotel. So Tommy Robinson posted that the guy who invaded the home was released. So my joke about him going back and having his nice breakfast is not actually a joke. And then they're allowing them to work too. They're doing Uber Eats and stuff like that apparently. If things could only just stop there, right? We say, oh, it can't get any worse than this, and then it does. Because apparently, this guy then posted, he says, the migrant that entered the lady's home had been reported earlier the same day by another lady for the same exact thing. So how many chances do they get?
The man after the woman chased him down the street, and they're the ones that they're trying to frame as the ones that were chasing him and following him around, so he feared for his life. Here, have a look. I've put the tag now of my mate who was actually there, who was the person that actually stopped him. And it's complete and utter bullshit. I'm going to show you the proof right fucking now. So luckily, my friend was recognisable by a woman tonight who then said, well, we had that man trying to get into other people's buildings earlier in the day, and she actually reported it to the police. As you can see there, she's explaining what happened, what he was trying to do, climb over. Thank you. We have made a log of this incident, and the crime reference number is CAD 9413, 13th of August 2025. The report has been made. He was trying to get into other people's houses earlier in the day, but they're not saying anything about that, are they? They're not going to say that, no, because everyone else is the villain. The community's the villain, according to them. Let's see a picture of him earlier in the day, shall we? Luckily as well, the woman provided the photos of what was happening. So this is her building. As you can see, completely different from the building where the other woman has now been arrested for protecting her home. And guess what about that as well? The police, when they done Section 35, they made sure that everyone had left the area so that they could then go and arrest the woman whose house he went into.
I cannot believe it. That is barbaric. And to think that there was those counter anti-racist protesters. Who are you? Who are you? I struggled to even believe that they're English people or that they're from the area. How can you protest for crime and danger? It's like the people protesting for crime and danger in DC. You're obviously not from there because the people who are from there want their city to be safe. They want to be able to walk outside and for their kids, their young daughters, to be safe as well. So who are these counter protesters? Who are these English people that are okay with England being so backwards?
And these officers have said it's not an offence. They're letting him go. They're letting him go.
It's not an offense to illegally enter somebody's house, break in multiple times, but it is an offense to point out what they're doing or to say that you love bacon.
Officer, how is that not an offence? How is it not an offence entering someone's house?
Yeah, this face is exactly what he's feeling right now. He looks guilty. The police officer looks more guilty than the criminal because they're the ones who are allowing it. You know, people have been pointing out just the way that he's looking at this woman. Okay, warning, there is some offensive language right here, but it has to suck to be a police officer right now in the UK and be told to put up and defend this.
Give it up, bitch! Fuck!
You're gonna be under arrest.
Yeah, fuck you! Fuck you!
I'll find out. It's just can't. It's just been an idiot.
Yo! Stop! Why you stop?
Stop.
Why stop?
Stop.
Why? You must speak me. Why me stop?
I've been very polite.
I don't care you.
Stop.
I don't care you.
Yeah, we're
Why
searching
stop?
him now, so
I don't care you. I don't care you. I don't care you.
Why are you coming here?
I've explained why.
Why no, but
Jeez.
I won't ask you why this.
Yes. Okay, so this caption is exactly where I was going to. It says, Englishman would have been folded up like a pretzel and thrown in the back of the van. That's exactly what I was going to say because just an English person just standing there makes them angry. They're like, you cannot protest against this. You cannot just even exist. You can't pray in your head. Nothing. You have no rights. But yet this guy is screaming at them, basically dominating them, in control, and doing whatever he wants. And they're just like, hey, please stop. Please. No, that's not nice. And he knows that. He knows that. They're doing whatever they want. They're throwing eggs from the windows at protesters. That's how entitled they are. They're not even eggs that they paid for, guys. They're throwing eggs at the people who are paying for them. And then stating that they're doing the Online Safety Act to keep children safe, yet they won't keep children safe in the real world. But they're just using that as an excuse to make it so people have to put an ID to watch videos of the protests, which in many cases are very mild. I mean, that guy yelling at the police was worse than what these protesters say. Here you have a guy speaking about some hard truths that aren't family friendly, and then he gets attacked by a mob. Oh, because you have to shut down the truth, right? Instead of solving the problem at its core, which the core problem is their beliefs that it's okay to be with young women at the age of 13. Not okay. It's not okay for the English people. I don't understand how it could be okay in their culture. But instead of fixing that, no, we have to arrest the person who is speaking out against it. No. Apparently, some people, probably some type of politician, is so upset that JD Vance shared that free speech in the UK is basically gone, that they have to put this meme of him driving around on a truck. An LED screen like that is not cheap. It has to cost at least $50,000, or they're renting it, which also somebody's paying for. why? Who has the funds to just free money? Let's put JD's face meme. I don't think that it's just the citizens, right? To me, it seems like whether or not as an English person, if you are for Palestine or for Israel, it doesn't matter. You're just not allowed to say anything about it. I mean, I think you could probably get away with saying like free Palestine, just like the generic, thing, which some people support. That's fine. I don't understand it fully to say, oh, this or that. And I don't even know if I could take a side morally on either one. But if you're a person in the UK and you say, oh, we should have English flags flying and not other countries' flags, which is very logical, the police are going to show up at your door.
No!
And to protect a vulnerable person, Parliament is a bill to suppose you do not attend any events involved with Palestine, okay? The reasons why we did this is on the 17th of the 10th of 2023, on Bethnal Green Road at 10:04, you were witnesses saying, obviously, people, while they're over here, etc., we let them into our country, etc.
So, big deal.
Yeah, okay.
So, big deal.
How did you only tell the Russians?
Take him.
Okay, it's kind of hard to understand their accent. It says, a British man said online that he didn't want to see Palestinian flags. And so the police showed up at his door. What? There's so many angles why this is wrong. And you have these people coming in on boats who have no documentation. There's no record of who they are or if they are real refugees or asylum seekers. And everybody wants to be like, oh, well, how can you not want to help these people who are refugees? And it's like, well, first of all, they're all men. Where's their wives? Where's their kids? Aren't they the ones who should be the most vulnerable if they're just left in those countries? I mean, first of all, that's crazy. Second of all, there's no documentation on these men, and then they're coming and actually disrupting entire neighborhoods. The main thing, of course, is that they're putting them where families are, where people live. They don't want these people who they have no idea. They could be the ones who are causing the reason for real refugees. And then the real refugees aren't the ones getting help. Do you get what I'm saying? So that is messed up. But on top of that, the hotel staff was fired. People actually had rooms at the hotel that they weren't even allowed to get because they were just like, oh, this is a refugee center now. And so these hotels were basically just massive sellouts. And then they're getting all of this government help. Meanwhile, the British people are struggling. I mean, the cause and effect that comes from this goes out to so many different angles and is just not making their lives better, that's for sure.
It's to do with this, guys. So, someone just saying that the far left are down that way. This has got nothing to do with race, do you know what I mean? So if they was in this hotel and they was white Polish, I'd be even doing exactly the same thing, you know? It's their unvetted men. They don't know who they are, where they've come from. And they're saying they're in this hotel. Do you know how many primary schools are around in this area? Oh my good God, guys, it's a joke, seriously.
So many schools. Sorry, I'm translating.
But look how many police they are. Sorry about the video. I'm having a bad day with the videos. It won't play for some reason. It's just got a filter on it. It's driving me nuts. I can't get the filter off. So yeah, this is the Britannia Hotel. There'll be protests down here, I think.
I mean, it felt like when I was there that the police work for the migrants. They are their security, their bodyguards. They're going to make sure that they're protected, that they have everything that they need from these mean locals, taxpayers. So backward. You guys have to follow Jack Hatters. But honestly, it is inspiring to see how they show up in peaceful protest and they are not giving up. They are so resilient, and I believe that they will be able to get their country back. They are not far right. They keep going out and dispelling all of the lies that they're racist, this and that. They are just people who care about their families and want to keep them safe, just like any normal, logical person would want to do. So the people in the UK, they keep showing up, and even despite the paid protesters, their voice is more impactful because their message is real. It's not fabricated. And I believe that September 13th is really going to make a massive change for their lives. I think that we can make England great again. Please make sure that you are subscribed. And if you would like to join me every Friday for live Q&As, I would love if you go to the Patreon and become a member. I will see you over there. Bye.